Right. Send our message. There we go. Hello. I forgot we were fucking stuck in this investigation. This is gonna be a nightmare. Trying to figure out what the fuck we're meant to do. Yeah, let's go. Yes, Gregson. I can't remember what the fuck we're doing that time. Bum, bum. We were stuck. I couldn't figure what the fuck we were meant to be doing. I thought I investigated everywhere, spoke to everyone. And then I called the stream on Tuesday because I was going to spend ages just fucking wandering around, like, looking at the same things over and over again. So, body, a gun, shelves. We've seen all this stuff. And we have the tool that can highlight the blood. So we know this was this is Sholmes' blood, this green one, because he got shot and it went behind him. And that's Windibank. Rest in peace, son. Iris's manuscript about the Hound of the Baskervilles, with nothing really on it. Gina's representation papers. What was this one? I think we looked at this, right? Mr. Windibank appears to have used the back of his photograph to write out a redemption ticket. He's written it very neatly, but still, perhaps he ran out of paper, so had to use anything he had to hand. It's hard to know what's the front and what's the reverse side now. Yeah, and it's the picture of the cat, really, then. This is an adorable little cat. I think it looks a little like Wagahai. I always thought the cat liked to curl up inside under the heated kotatsu blanket when it snowed. Yeah, we definitely read this before. Maybe British cats are different. I'm gonna say something, but I'll not do it. Is there anyone back in our room? There's no one even here. Anyone in Sholmes' suite? Is Iris even here? So even Iris is gone. It's fucking there's no one anywhere, huh? Unless we can go to the hospital and like compare the blood to like Sholmes' blood or something, but I don't think he's available to visit yet. No, he's still not available to fucking visit. Is there anyone in the Chief Justice's office? No. Prison, Gina's probably away getting questioned still. Gina's still gone. Ah, bugger, okay. And then in the shop we found the calendar was shot, right? That's where we got the blood from the second set of blood. This one here. We've seen that already. This is that strange contraption that lets you see pictures of things as if they're right in front of your eyes. Makes you think. Mr. Sholmes gleefully showed it to us yesterday. We were blissfully unaware that any of this was about to happen. I'm pretty sure this contraption was here yesterday as well. Here we are. Though I'm not confident I can get it closed again. Oh yes, that's a folding stereoscope. Really? This is a stereoscope? Mr. Sholmes showed us a picture yesterday that you were supposed to be able to see in 3 dimensions. But for that, he used the great big contraption over there. Ah, well, that's for using public houses and places like that. It contains a carousel with all sorts of pictures inside. But this little thing is a much simpler design for use at home. There are special shops selling prints you can use in them. I have a little collection myself. I wonder if I can make money out of these in Japan. It would be keeping my toilet sparkling clean anyway. No, Iris, I was hoping you'd give me some information. Hey, everything about this doesn't have my brain. I can still remember everything pretty clearly, but like, I just don't know what else we can get. Something else on the desk, maybe? There's the article that you hear, Mr. Windibank's notes and... What's this? Looks as though someone has left a little photographic print behind. Oh, look on the back. There's some writing. Is there? Ooh, show us, Susie. Show us. Is this the same one we have? Oh, this one is blood. I didn't even pick up the blood time. The blood on the fucking letter. 15th of February, 10:30 PM. Article deposited, 1 gentleman's overcoat. Loan amount paid, £1. Redemption deadline, 15th of April, 10:30 PM. A gentleman's overcoat pawned for £1? Clearly it was a very fine coat. In fact, I think... Yes, this must be the ticket for the overcoat that Jenny redeemed yesterday. And is still wearing. Which belonged to McGilded. I would never have expected the redemption ticket to be handwritten on the back of a photograph though. It seemed Mr. Windibank just used whatever piece of paper he happened to have at hand. So... this photograph of a cat looks very familiar, doesn't it? I'm sure I've seen this exact same picture somewhere else recently. Yeah, the one we have. Yeah. Oh, yes, you're right. Very recently. It's the same as the one Jenny gave us earlier. Right, so the one we have doesn't have blood, but this one does have blood. And so it does. Of course. I was forgetting that she gave us that print. What do you think for them, Mr. Naruhodo? Get it out! Alright, alright. Let the cogs turn. So... yes, they're exactly the same. But it's on the back, so... Hehe. I've got it. These two photographs hide an amazing secret. A secret? What does she mean? You must tell us, Iris, at once. Hehe. Do you really, really, really want to know? Yes, we need you to tell us all you know about this pair of photographs. Come on, Iris. Stop fucking about time. Let me see if I can see for myself. Does R1 have the blood? See, R1 doesn't have the blood. Alright, Iris. Let's fucking talk, okay? Yeah, new information. So, Iris, about these two photographic prints. The one we found here in Mr. Windibank's counter, and the one Gina gave us before. They do look slightly different, don't they? What is this amazing secret you mentioned that's hidden between these two identical prints? Actually, that's not quite right. Sorry? If you look carefully, the two prints aren't the same. Not exactly. Yeah, the cat's looking a bit to the side, hey? Hello, Feral. How's the Destiny going, hey? They're not. Have another look at them now. Yeah, the cat's looking a bit off to the side and the one on the left. Can you see that they're just slightly different from each other? I think so. It's very subtle, though. What's the reason for the subtle difference between the two prints? Ah, well, it's because they're a set, you see. No, I don't. This pair of photographs is meant to be used in a stereoscope. Everyone in London is raving about them at the moment. Ah, so it makes a 3D image of a fucking cat. That's cool. Ah, stereoscope. Why do I feel as though I've heard that word before recently? Oh, yes. That's what Mr. Showman showed us yesterday. Right. You see, there it is, just over there. Ah, yes, of course. That magical machine that makes pictures look almost real enough to touch. Hehe. Well, actually, it's quite possible to see the same depth in pictures even without one of those contraptions. You hold them both and you like muddle your eyes, don't you? What? Really? Do you know how a pair of flat photographic prints can appear to have any depth in the first place? No, I have no idea. Oh, wonderful. Then I'll be able to tell you. She's over the moon, bless her. Should we let her explain, though? We really need to carry on investigating the scene. Yeah, let her tell it. I, for one, simply have to know. I think if you hold them and you, like, Cross your eyes. Or hold them close to your nose or something. The fucking highest thing, man. Have you ever considered, Runo, how our eyes see depth in the world around us? Well, I just opened them, and it works. The reason it works is because we have two eyes. Two eyes? Shocking. If you try closing just one eye at a time, I think you'll see straight away that you lose your depth perception. What you see with your left eye, and what you see with your right eye, are ever so slightly different. You get a different view with each eye. I mean, it's true. You hold your finger here and then go like that. Your finger, like, jumps. Yes, the position of objects seems to shift slightly. Exactly. And in your head, your brain uses that shift to estimate depth as it merges the two views into one. That's how we can sense depth in everything we see. Oh, my brain really is amazing, isn't it? It does so much without telling me. Ah, I think I see. So the pair of photographs consists of a left eye view and a right eye view. My depth perception is fucked. Oof. Oh, well done, Susie. You're so quick. So if you can persuade your brain to merge the two pictures together in your head, you'll be able to see depth in these prints. Yes, Runo, you're beginning to understand. And the stereoscope's function is to act as your brain and allow you to do just that. Yes, but as long as you have two images, two eyes, and one brain, you can actually do it yourself without needing a stereoscope at all. You can? Really? How do you view them? Let's try it. Let's see if you can view this pair of prints without the help of a stereoscope. Oh yes, I'm dying to have a go. Susato-san really loves this kind of thing. You need to be able to cross your eyes. Ah, fuck, I told you I knew it. That's the main thing. Can you both do that? Cross my eyes? I think I can. Watch me and see if you can copy. Make your eyes do this. Short-sighted on my right eye, so my brain chooses to not accept it, really accept the image from my eye because my right eye is perfectly fine. What? You're short-sighted on your right eye, so your brain chooses to not really accept the image from that eye because your right eye is perfectly fine. Alright, let me try. Are you ready, Mr. Naruhodo? To see Susato's eyes going into. There, how's that? Wonderful. Now it's your turn, Reno. Can you make your eyes go in? I think when I do it, one of my eyes stays the same. Let's see if I can try and look in. I don't know if they're both going in. I think they should be. Trick is to concentrate on looking at the bridge of your nose with both eyes at the same time. Did they both go in, or did one stay? I think if I'm like looking at my nose, they should cross. Not exactly an easy task when two people are staring at you cross-eyed. They both went in, okay. Alright, that's enough practice. Now let's try it looking at the prints. Alright, I wonder if it'll actually work if I do it. Start by staring at one print and slowly crossing your eyes. You see three overlapping images like this. Christ almighty, huh? You try it now, Runo. I'm just going to have to give it a try, I suppose, for fuck's sake. I mean, I see the two images like, whoa. The print split into two images for you. Now the next step, oh god, is to put the pair of prints side by side like this, and then try crossing your eyes again. The prints should slowly merge together until they form a new single image in the center. Oh yes, yes! Susato. Mr. Naruhodo, it works! I can see it in the middle now. It looks so real! Oh, I can look at it all day. Look at her fucking eyes. I wouldn't advise that. Your eyes might start to hurt. Your turn, Runo. Yeah, they will let us try it. Pretend you're looking through the two pictures and slowly cross your eyes. Right. Fuck, it takes a bit for me to get the fucking image in the middle. Eventually they overlap. It fucking takes a bit though. I mean, I see it now, so it's Well, it's here. Keep adjusting the position of your eyes until the two images overlap exactly in the middle. Fuck me, huh? Well, yeah, there they are. They're... I mean, they're there, but fucking everything's just blurry. So what's the point? I can't see anything. Like, this is it. Is there something meant to change with, like, the snowman or something? Everything else fucking looks the same. It's just fucking blurry. It's so blurry. Is it meant to be clear? Surely if you cross your eyes, everything just blurs. Like, so... Like, I can't do it. Fucking stupid cat tie. Is there something else I'm meant to be seeing? To be fair, it is weirdly, like, lenti... You see my fucking eyes? it is, like, a weird lenticolor effect tie. I'll try. Right. Is there anything else different tie? I've actually got it now where I can, like, move my eyes and it stays as a 3D image. The 3D image, eh? This is really strange. Cause I can fucking see the chat going on my right, but my fucking eyes are still gone. But it actually doesn't feel like I'm crossing the... It's weird. I've settled into like a fucking... I've gone beyond the event horizon, and it just feels normal now. I feel like this is bad. Did you ever get those like stories of the Wayne where someone said if you cross your eyes, someone whacks you in the side of the head, your eyes will just stick like that? Just... Oh, hey, wait. Is there something I'm meant to be seeing here? I always lose it immediately. I can keep it focused. Like I said, I can like not even pay attention to the fact I'm crossing my eyes anymore. Like it just like there. This now, like I can do this and it'll stay. I feel like I'm fucking losing my mind. Huh? I can't see anything jumping out at me though. It is weird. There is like a depth to it. Like the cat, then the snowman, then the bushes, then the wall are very clearly tiered in terms of distance. It's quite strange. The cat looks a bit evil though. Oh, you're playing the game, huh? Is there a message hidden in it or something? There, you managed it. Fuck me. So know how stereoscopic images work. Fuck, I'm trying to read again now. Well, I don't know who discovered it, but it really is quite extraordinary. At least with the actual stereoscope machine, it doesn't make you fucking blur them. It probably is quite clear. So what do you think of these stereoscopic prints then, Bruno? They're certainly amazing, but it isn't easy to get the knack of viewing them properly. No, some people find it easier than others. But that's why contraptions like this exist. For people who find it tricky. Oh, I recognize that. We saw one over there yesterday, didn't we? Yeah, on the desk. If I remember correctly, you press this little knob here. And pops open. Then set a pair of photographs in the stand at the back and... There's our model. It's still amazing, even though I know roughly how it works now. Wasn't even that someone had to whack you in the head, it was only your eyes will stay like that one day. Yikes, son. I might have made a stupid face, my mom will say, one day my face will stay like that. Yeah, I heard that one as well. Well, London seems to agree with you. Stereoscopes are very popular at the moment. You can find one of these folding contraptions in lots of households in the capital currently. But if these little machines are so affordable, surely there's no need to go around staring cross-eyed at pictures like you hate them. But it's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect with your own eyes. Well, I think so in any case. Stereoscopic pictures. I never even heard of them until yesterday. We've certainly learned a lot about them, but I wonder if it's knowledge that I'll ever actually need. Is this going to be important to, like the case? Also, when you're too close to the TV, your eyes will be squares. Yep, heard that one too, yeah. The second white cat photograph has been entered into the court record. Well, now I can actually check the blood on it. So that's quite good. Let me see. No, here. There you go. Mr. Naruhodo. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's something rather troubling here. I have noticed. The red smear, you mean? Yes. It looks like blood, doesn't it? I wonder if Sasaro-san picked up on that. Well, in that case, yes. We need Iris. We should show this to her before we forget. Pawnbroker's ticket. Coat. A redemption ticket issued from the pawnbroker owned by the victim, Mr. Windibank. There's what looks like a bloody finger mark on it. Cross-cultural understanding. I was going through the VOD sometime earlier today or yesterday, Noodle as well. And I saw your comment during Ghost of Tsushima that I didn't respond to at the time because it was on a cutscene or something like that, where you were talking about like how different historical cultures like just come to the same like things together. Like you're talking about like the bottoms of the clothes for like the Vikings and the samurai, which is really cool, or at least ancient Japan, which is really sweet. Never really thought about. Oh, that looks like blood. I would say it's from a gloved finger. Almost certainly a glove made of leather. Oh, she got the goggles on. Well, don't worry, Reno. You can leave the rest to me. Fucking shoot it, Ty. Right, what colors are gonna go? Right, the magenta kind of color. Look at that. Yes, that's a color we haven't seen before, isn't it? A third person, huh? Somebody wants to add it to the portfolio of blood samples. It could be an important clue. Although, it would be nice to find out whose blood these different colors correspond to at some point. Well, this particular stain of blood. Oh, you've had an idea, haven't you? Do you know whose blood this is? I think I do, yeah. Yes, I have an idea whose blood it is. Not from the color return, but with a little deduction. That's right, I think it's clear. Iris, you know as well? You first, Reno. Who do you think it belongs to? Oh, fuck. Alright. I believe it's the blood of... It's probably Magnus. Mostly spotted that because I used to do some reenactment stuff and saw his trousers was like as Viking shit, then realized I've seen the same style of trousers and other samurai stuff too. Just really cool. Wait, this one is... Where was this one found again? Oh, wait. So it's not Windibank. It's... I don't think it's Gina. I think it has to be Magnus. Mr. McGilded? Yes. After all, this redemption ticket belonged to him. Oh, you don't think... You mean that during the incident on the omnibus? Yes, I expect so. It's a very clear print and no small amount of blood. So it must have resulted from a fairly serious accident, such as he might have sustained on the omnibus. And then he gave it to the driver to take it to the broker. Yeah, but if I remember rightly, no sign of injury was found on Mr. McGilded at all. Oh. We're trying to work out who the blood came from, so we can rule out anyone who hadn't been bleeding straight away. Oh fuck, we're wrong. Shit. Yes, I suppose we can. I'll have to think us through some more. Who do we know was bleeding at the time? Alright. Was it from Thrice Fired Mason? Huh. The victim? Thrice Fired Mason. You don't sound very sure of yourself, the way you trailed off there. Well, Windibank was blue, right? Yeah, we've got. It's not Windibank, it's not Sholmes, it's someone else. But, huh. So this was deposited on the day of the omnibus killing, the one that killed Thrice Fired Mason, and we know that on that day, McGilded gave his coat to the driver of the omnibus and paid him to deposit it, but somehow Thrice Fired Mason's fingerprint got on the ticket. Well, it was 2 months ago now, that case. And of course I'd never met the victim, so I'm struggling to remember his name. He was definitely thrice fired though. The victim of the omnibus case? Yes, his name was indeed Mr. Thrice Fired Mason. But that would mean that this bloodstain was left on the ticket 2 months ago. Yes, I think it was. Gina brought this ticket here to Windibanks yesterday. I'm suggesting that the bloodstain was already on it at that time. So it's a smear of blood from the time that Mr. Mason was killed 2 months ago. Something else is coming back to me now. Mr. McGilded was also wearing leather gloves that night. Yeah, I do remember this part. Now you ask yous, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand. Yeah, I remember that. 'Cause the gloves were like a part of the case. Certainly does look like a leather gloved thumbprint, this mark. But we know that Mr. McGilded had no injuries at the time, anywhere on his body. You missed the boys. From which we can conclude that any blood on the glove belonged to the victim, Mr. Mason. Mr. Naruhodo, you sound just like Mr. Sholmes. Minus the quirky slop-ups, I hope. Yes, I think you're right, Reno. Very well. Let's make a note of this. Details of the pawnbroker's ticket for the code have been updated. A redemption ticket issued from the pawnbrokery owned by the victim, Mr. Windibank. The blood on it has been identified as Mr. Mason's. Quirky XT, stop it. The blood analysis data has been updated, so we know that we'll have Mason's down now as that colour. Well, shit, now we're fucking done. Ah, bollocks. Well, I thought that was going to help us, but I guess not. There we go, so there we go. Thrice fired Mason, object, the pawnbroker's ticket from the coat, and he is the purple colour. The blue is Windibank, and the green is Sholmes. We know that as well. So, does that mean we can get some new dialogue with... what if we present this to... No, it's nothing. I thought we could present it to Greg, suddenly we give us some information now, but it's nothing. Why does it say unknown then? Because they don't know it's Sholmes. I know it's... We know it's Sholmes. Like, well, I would assume it to be. The characters don't know, though. And they have no way of verifying it. I'm assuming it's Sholmes because Sholmes got shot and made it pass through him and hit that. I assume anyway. I verify with Iris? I don't think so. I could try presenting it to her. If anything, we would need to show Iris the calendar, not the blood sample, but we can try presenting it to her. Oh, present this portfolio. We can identify differences in people's blood like this is amazing. You really are a genius, Iris. I know. I am. If Hurley and I put our minds to it, we could really shake up Britain's chemists and alchemists. And you could shake up Japan's lawyers and judges, couldn't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, for sure. Even if I didn't intend to. Okay. They said they would let us know when Sholmes is ready. So if we go to the hospital now, he's probably still not prepared. No. Bollocks. Is Gina out? No. Fuck, I thought that would be us. Does Sholmes have samples of his blood? I think we thought about that before, but I don't think I found any. No. This really is Mr. Sholmes' faithful performing partner then. The Stradivarius? The Strappy Scar? The Stradivarius? No, it's no good, it's gone. Virtuoso's violin that he found at a pawnbroker's and managed to buy for next to nothing. I hope Hurley gets well soon. I miss hearing his violin playing already. Oh, Iris. I'm sure he will. Are you fucking better, hey? Got another game coming? Fucking looks like Edgar Allan Poe. I thought we might get lucky and Sholmes might have like some of his blood somewhere. So an unusual way to make use of a huge metal chest as a table for tea and coffee. But it is a very sturdy box, and I've noticed that it's always locked. Ah, well that's because that box contains some of my most important things. Which you have no intention of telling me more about, judging from that guarded smile. Let me pause, champ, on that. Fucking the bust of Napoleon, huh? Oh. Old Edgar, huh? Yeah. Gregson, I'm gonna need to shift that, sir, huh? I don't think there's anything else in this room. Nothing else to talk to him about? No. Okay. We do anything about this? No. Whenever it's that bit of dialogue, like Inspector Gregson, could you give me your opinion about this? Is like that's like nothing. May as well just fast forward it. And it fucking Irish will make him drink some tea. Dun, 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 dun. His personality changing is very funny though. Seems like a very kind man, huh? Oh, we can examine the fucking thing again. Why can we examine it again? Oh, fuck it, okay. I'll say nothing. Green blood. Just seems wrong somehow. Oh, there are all sorts of different colours. There are pretty pinks and purples too, you know. Like I said, everyone's blood is different. Maybe we can just examine it now we have Irish or something like that. I wonder what colour my blood will turn out. Actually, I don't want to know. No! Fuck! Oh, God's sake. We didn't get anything from it. It was just a bit... I assumed the hospital could give us, like, his blood samples or something. I fucking hope to haze it. Nothing new with Iris? No. Countertop we can examine again. Oh. That legend's open on the counter there. Really is enormous, isn't it? Must be an awful lot of work to keep track of all these hundreds of items in pawn. It's too much to think about. Better to sell it all and have a clear head if you ask me. Clearly Mr. Windibank was very careful when it came to the articles in his care. No information. No. Fuck. That's a music box. Do you have them where you come from, Reno? Yes, but I've never seen one as large as this in Japan. Oh well, this will be a treat. Shall we have a listen? Oh fuck no. Starts playing some fucking like heavy metal or something like that. What do you think? Isn't that a pretty sound? It's a beautiful sound, yes, but it's a little hard to enjoy when all the policemen in the room are giving you fierce looks. Never mind that. If any of them say anything, I'll tell Greg to have a word. Iris Wilson, Superintendent of Scotland Yard. Hi. Superintendent Chalmers. I don't know, lads, hi. Lads is in Susato and Hyros, hi. Everything looks kosher to me. So Iris already identified this. What if we show her the manuscript? Oh, fucking hell. Oh, my manuscript. Mr. Shum said he deposited at Windibanks, and he had. But it's so strange. What is it about this particular story? I worked so hard on it. Why would Hurley say I can't publish it? I'm afraid I have no idea. All you can do is wait until he's ready to tell you, I suppose. Oh, maybe. It's because Hurley isn't in it enough. Maybe I didn't give him enough good lines. Yes, maybe. I wish I could say that definitely isn't the reason, but I can't. Well. Huh. Is there nothing outside on Baker Street? Ugh. Fine. Monday morning hitting me a bit. There's really nothing out here. Where I talk to this Bobby. Funny Bobby. That's just my house. Huh. Chief Justice's office? No. Sometimes in Ace Attorney you like do one thing and it like prompts like something to happen at another location, but seemingly no joy. I'm assuming Gregson will tell us when Sholmes is back in the hospital. I think he said he would. But until then, we don't really know. Like, it would make perfect sense to me, unless he's very fucking paranoid about someone stealing it, that Sholmes would have, like, blood samples. But seemingly no. Nope. I thought I clicked on the arrow, but I just clicked on the wall or something. What? What is the fucking arrow keeps disappearing? There we go. That's like my fucking mic stand there, huh? This fucking lamp. Ever notice the bullet holes in the wall? I feel like we looked at them last time, right? Ah yes, the letters V and R inscribed on the wall. Bullet holes. Isn't that the initials of the Queen or something? That's right, but Hurley isn't a very good shot, sadly. I can't remember how many times he had to replaster that patch of wall before he managed to make the letters. Is he a patriot or a plasterer? Patriot, so. The skull's a bit morbid. I don't know, huh? What's that? I feel like it has to be in the storeroom and in the fucking shop. But I don't have anything else to give Gregson. He's looking at me fucking big puppy dog eyes, hey, and I'm like, lad, I have nothing for you, huh? I'm sorry. Right. This is me not being tired in the morning, catching up. Was he shitting the Queen's initials? Yeah. Yeah. Gregson has nothing. Yeah, so the option about Shom's operation, he'll tell us when he gets any information. This was nothing. Like when we showed him this, he was just like, Shom's just great. He's fantastic. I wonder if we'll actually get him in the as a witness. I mean, I assume we have to, right? Does he get shot on the scene? Like, we'll actually get him in the courtroom. It seems like fucking chaos, like, but I imagine it'll have to happen eventually. Maybe it'll happen in the next game. This game is like preparing you for the shitstorm that'll occur if he's fucking on the witness stand. Like, I don't know. I can't see anything new. I thought this blood would be it, because then they would like investigate like who does this blood belong to, but they're just like fuck that time. Also, this apparently is nothing on the ground, despite the fact that it looks like scuffing or something broken or something like that. But they're just like not my problem. It definitely looks like something, but the problem is, was it there before? We can't just look at the ground. Like, we either look here, which is the desk, or we look here, which is the funny Bobby, the Baba. You know what game randomly entered my mind last night when I was thinking about scheduling games for stream? Super Mario Odyssey. So I can like properly play it. It'll probably be on Mondays and Tuesdays, knowing the subconscious fucking scheduling system we have. I really liked Mario Odyssey. Good that. Sorry. I don't even feel that tired. Yeah, I really wanted. Like, I really liked it. So we haven't really played like any Nintendo first-party stuff on stream. It'll happen when new stuff comes out, obviously, but retroactively, hasn't really happened that much. I don't know, man. Hey, I feel lost. No. Bump up. Nothing else is jumping out to me in this room. Unless it's something extremely obvious and I feel like an idiot. I'm probably going to buy Nier Automata, like as close as possible to the stream in case it goes down on like a sale or something like that. It's not for like 2 games on Fridays and Saturdays, so like after Ghost of Tsushima is Yakuza 3, and we'll have fucking plenty of time during that to get and install Nier. So anything up in the rafters? No. Huh. None of this triggered anyone to come back or anything like that. That's the most frustrating part, because we just landed at like a dead end, where like there's like no one else about. We have Sholmes and we have Iris. That's all we can talk. Or no, we have fucking Gregson and we have Iris. That's really it. Unless there's, what does it say again? I can't even read that. What does it say? Notice board on the wall here. Look. Let's see. What does it say? Thought of the day. On seeing any vermin, calmly and discreetly inform matron. Now just eat it, huh? Oh yes, they have rats and mice in hospitals like this. They love to feast on all the medicine. If you don't deal with them, there's nothing left to treat the patients. Fucking stab them like Eivor. And those tunnels underneath Paris. Rats and mice. Oh, I see. This is a rather old building, I suppose. But the doctors and nurses are all very good, I hear. I certainly hope so, for Mr. Sholmes' sake. Are there any blood samples around the place, Oh. Didn't realize you could scroll the screen here. Oh no, these are. Do you have any idea, Iris? Oh, haven't you ever seen crutches before? Let me explain. They're for people with leg injuries, to help them walk. You hold one under each arm, you see. Alright. I thought they were weapons of some sort. Like a fucking Ninja Turtle wielding them, huh? Why would there be weapons in a hospital? I thought maybe a fighter had been injured in a paddle contest and been brought here along with his weapons. That's surprisingly plausible. Damn, I thought we might... Scrolling the screen really didn't do anything. Can't look at any of the medicine. Can we go one more to the side? No! God's sake. There's not a lot to see here. This must be Mr. Sholmes' bed. Poor Hurley. I know. Looks as stiff as a board, doesn't it? Oh, I don't think that will bother him. No? I often find him asleep face down on the floor, completely dead to the world. I think I'd call the police if I discovered someone like that. Yeah, it's just normal. Just vibes face down, huh? Can we not? Hurley? Yeah, that's what she calls Sholmes. Herlock. Hurley. Or Hurley, you could, or I thought you were questioning the name Hurley. He's just fucking planks, eh? Just so comfortable, he just falls asleep. There's nothing else here, I don't think. Face down on the floor. Perfectly natural. Can't even examine here. You talking to someone, or you fucking move on, basically. Is there anything that we have? What is this? Oh, this looks like a telegram. It is, but you mustn't open it. Not under any circumstances. Alright, I won't. Now then, let's see. No, what did I just say? You mustn't open it. Don't worry, I won't. With the special concoction I developed, I'll be able to see through the envelope without having to open it. No, that's not right either. Oh, but I'm sure it's something important. The little genius is sure can be mischievous. It's like Sasato's letter about going back to Japan, right? Garlic. None of this is like helpful. Bum, 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 bum. I am stuck. I think this is the first time I've actually been stuck in all 5 cases, like, so I guess it's not too bad. At least in the investigation segment. There's really nothing outside. Good thing Sherlock Holmes didn't fancy drugs at all, huh? Yeah. Good. Huh. He's all fucking grabbing all the drugs in the bloody fucking hospital, huh? Hi, I'll take this. I'll take this. I'll take this. I'll take this. Mine, huh? This is case 5. Well, adventure 5. The last one in the first game, at least. So the first was the was with your woman with the there was the Watson getting killed in the restaurant. Second one was the boat. Third was the first one with the Reaper, the Magnus McGilded case. The third one was the Magnus McGilded ones. That was the carriage. Fourth one was whatever we just fucking did. What was that one again? Oh, the girl with the knife in her back. And then this one's the fifth one. Yeah. The smear is blood. Yes, it reacted to the chemicals fired out of Iris' strange gun, so it must be. And it does look as though it's a thumbprint from a hand in a leather glove. Ah. Mr. Sholmes wears leather gloves, doesn't he? He wears fingerless leather gloves, though. Fingerless! Oh dear. Is someone a little upset? I'm not fucking insinuating him. '13th of February... 13th of February, 10:30 p.m. One small... Where was this one from? A small box, 10 shillings. Interesting. Iris, I have to be honest with you, him. Man's is stumped, him. Now that we can't do anything with this over here, then I'm like, oh, that was my one lead. I just feel like there has to be more in this room because there's no one in the prison. Gina's not there. Sholmes isn't there. The hospital. The Chief Justice, Lord Chief Justice, isn't there. The only people we can speak to are well, the Bobbies technically, but Iris and Gregson. I'll figure this again. We'll do anything. Do we know what we need to find out at this point? No. Wait to help Gina, that's it. Or we got the generic Iris dialogue where we show her the wrong thing. She has nothing new to tell us. She kept talking about those pictures having a secret, but what was the secret? Just that they're stereoscopic? We can't even like look at them together. Like we get one here and that's it. Cross my eyes looking at a single photograph, eh? So when the bank appears, if you use the back as photographs right, okay, yeah, it's the same thing. Bump, 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 bump. Is there a way we can look at them? This is the second of 2 photographic prints of the cat, and it really does look like Wagahai. It looks exactly the same as the first photographic first glance. I suppose that's what's so compelling. Actually, now we have both pictures. I could have another go at viewing them as a stereoscopic image. There has to be something. So I need to cross my eyes and try to get the 2 cats to merge in the middle as one. Such a hard thing to do. Whoever thought of this in the first place must have spent a long time staring. No! They put it away too quickly. The fact that the text shows up in blue makes me think there's something to it. It fucking... No! It takes it away before I can even look. I think we did show it to Gregson. He was just like, bleh. He didn't really care. I think we showed it to him. Let's see. Yeah, it's nothing. So we can't do the stereoscope thing again because the text covers the cat. And then whenever you get the text away, it proceeds. I feel like there has to be something to it though. What if I view this one? Usually when text shows up in blue, it usually means something, hey? Like now, for example, right? He's gonna start talking over the top of him. Right, I'm gonna see this fucking cat time. Right, I can see the cat, but... Is there meant to be something else of the image, or... I don't know. It's fucking, like, blurrily staring into my soul, hey? It's got, like, weird rings around its eyes, hey? The eyes kind of go fucky. Like mine. Jesus. The text kind of throws it off a bit. It'd be a cool idea to hide a clue in here or something though, but fuck me if I can't see anything. It's like as soon as Renosuke stops talking now, the cat images go away. Kind of like unblurred as much as possible. They still have weird rings around the eyes in my vision. Weird fucking lenticolor 3D cat tie. What are your secrets, huh? I don't think so. I don't know what the fuck else it could be. We've shown everything to Gregson. Gregson doesn't give a fuck about anything, really. I feel like we need to, like, match two pits of blood. You know, like, find green in one place and green in another, but I can't do that. Because Sholmes hasn't bled anywhere else. Fucking Thrice Fire Mason is fucking dead. Died 2 months ago, so we can't get anything else off him. And Windibank is fucking dead as well, but his blood's just here. I don't know. Gina's not there. No one's there. Shom's not there. Gina's not there. This is a part of puzzle games like this when you're streaming. You know, there's like a pressure to it. So there's something that hasn't happened yet, because something will happen and it'll trigger a series of events. You know. No. Thought there might be something there. Show's gonna hurry up and fucking get out of surgery, please. I need to ask some questions. Like, maybe at some stage we'll like click the button here and it'll zoom across in this room, and there'll be like someone else in the other bed or something like that. But something hasn't happened yet. The game hasn't received a trigger. Maybe it's something else that needs to be given to Iris or something like that, but I don't know. Let's get Iris in the main shop. There's nothing I say Baker Street either. I keep looking around the shop front in case something jumps out at me, but nothing does. It's fucking windows, it's a sign. This cop's on nothing, basically. That I remember anyway. And if we go over here to our address, I mean, we can examine some things, but like, it's already been 2 months, so we've been taking lodgings here, but Mr. Sholmes' office. Does look nice, to be fair. Still can't quite believe it. I never expected things would turn out like this. When Hurley comes back home, let's have a big party. That's a great idea. I'm sure it won't be long. Mr. Sholmes is very tough. Yes. She went Irish the blood thing as well. Yeah, we have. I mean, all it did was make her do the big, like, generic, like, you showed her the wrong thing talk, basically. Yeah, we've been to the office as well. We've been, like, everywhere. I'll try and give Iris the blood binder one more time, but she's just going to say, like, the same kind of... Yeah, we were back at it recently, yeah. Yeah, we've seen this dialogue where she just, like, talks about how much the size of the balls she and Sholmes have. Yeah. This is a generic dialogue. Oh, my neck. I don't know, huh? This Kazuma's, yeah. Kazuma Asogi and then Kazuma Kiryu, huh? Coincidence? I think not. Sort of sugar mayhem. The last big thing. See, I don't know what the game is defining as the big things. Like, we chatted to Gregson. The last big thing, I guess, was talking to Iris about the photographic prints, but they turned it to be nothing. Which makes me think that there's going to be something with photographic prints at some stage, but I would have assumed it was now, but it's nothing. I'm combed the fucking entire shop, and everything that can be investigated has been investigated. There's nothing up here. Like, everything of note. Like, we did the desk twice. We did. The shovel's nothing. The horse. Like, they're just they've got this recorded, the fucking green blood, but they're just breezing over it. Really, they're like, oh yeah, it's green blood, isn't it? Like, you can't present an individual like a blood sample. Really nothing in those cat pictures. I don't know, man. I'm stumped. Neither of them are giving me anything. Gregson's just never leaving the storeroom. This fucking storeroom's not even that big either. Like, there's no other directions to go. Everything is checked. The sheets, the metal, the back wall doesn't have anything. The posts, nothing. The ship, nothing. The gramophone, all the shit, yes, it's on that. Yeah, the body's checked, the blood's checked, the gun's checked. I don't know. I can't see anything else to look at. Going notification. There you go. Bum bum. Gregson, I need you to give me some new lad here because I've got nothing. Don't ticket for an article deposit here, is it? Looks like someone ran off stationery and wrote this ticket on whatever paper was had to hand. Yeah, it's a ticket for McGilda's overcoat. Back into the boys' time. The one that little driver turned up with yesterday. Oh, actually no, it's not. Really? Think you know better than me, do you? No, I didn't mean to, Who knows, right, Greg? See, it isn't the same ticket. Of course it isn't. Of course it isn't. I never doubt you, your ladyship. So, what's all this about, if I might be so bold as to ask? This is a second ticket. But this is the first ticket, though. What? So, it's weird because they're presenting the first one as if it's the second one. I guess you have to show them both in some order. Seems that Mr. McGilda in fact had another article in storage here at Windibanks. Yeah, I think it's just those 2 tickets. Is that right? Yeah, it's like a small box or something, right? I think we discuss this further with the inspector, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, good. He's ever so easy to talk to. Yeah, there was like a small box deposited, right? Yeah. There we go. Something, hey? Yeah. This ticket was in one of the pockets of Mr. McGilda's overcoat. Hey, you mean to tell me? Yes, there was more than just the music box desk, it seems. Hopefully this leads somewhere. I shall insist on the lads taking it back to the yard and examining it properly. Well, according to the details in this ticket, it's probably that box sitting on the countertop. See, like, below the box over here? This thing, maybe. Oh, sorry. Mr. McGilda deposited another article here with Mr. Windibank. Yes, I can see it written here. A small box, was it? Do you have any idea where it is, Gregsy? Any idea at all? It's another article belonging to Mr. McGilded. It could be an important clue. Well, yes, I suppose it could be. Please, stop looking at me with those big turquoise eyes all full of hope and expectation. It's too much pressure. I'll lose me marbles, I will. I'll go barking. There's no time for dog impressions, Inspector. That's enough sauce from you, Sunshine. There is one thing that springs to mind. According to this ticket, the redemption deadline's already passed, hasn't it? Oh, so it's probably being sold. It's probably out on the shop floor. Oh yes, of course. Articles are only held for 2 months. So the small box will no longer be in here then. That's right. It's been forfeited. Which means it could be on the shelves in the front of the shop, where the forfeited items are offered for sale. Yes, the shelves in the front. We must search them at once. You're wasting your time. Oh? There are dozens of little boxes out there. Hundreds even. We can't possibly know which one might have been McGilded's. That information is not written in the ledger. Ah. Well, I think we should at least have a look, just in case. Of course, your ladyship, of course. Very sensible of you, I'm sure. This is getting old. That's fun. I like it. Oh. Ah! I nearly jumped out of my skin there. How can Mr. Windibank set such a wicked trap? I doubt he set out to scare anyone. Is that really the time? I think perhaps we should pay Gina another visit soon. Oh? Her trial is tomorrow. We must establish whether or not you will be defending her. Of course I will. Whether she wants me to or not. I think we should ask her one more time. She may have changed her mind. Right. Don't you remember Reno? You told her she could rub up the representation papers if she didn't want you to be her lawyer. Really? Did I say that? Yes, you did. Shit. Fucking caught in 4K, huh? Deadline for submitting the paperwork is fast approaching. In that case, we had better hurry back to the prison and talk to Gina again. Let's go, huh? Back to the prison. Prison? Prison. 16th of April, 5:41 p.m. Local prison, cell 13. Prison there. Ah, Gina, good. You're back. Ah! police must have finished questioning her then. Oh, how was it, Ginny? Was it awful? Hey? Oh, didn't bother me. Thank you for the papers you signed before. It meant we were able to investigate at Windibanks. Oh, right. Thank you, Gina. Don't you want to know how we got on? You've been never so busy. Aw, poor Iris. What's the point in asking? Won't change what everyone's saying, that I did it. That's not... Gina, we came to ask for your final decision. Hey, what decision? About tomorrow's trial. Will you let me defend you, or not? Go on, Gina. You must submit the paperwork now if you'd like Mr. Naruhodo to represent you. Right, I see. She's really lost her fight all of a sudden. But I know what that feels like. The worry is just so hard to bear. Come on, Gina. Come on. Just tell her the stuff, Iris. Come on. Iris is just little shimmering anime eyes, huh? Alright then. Blimey, give her a rest with them eyes, Iris. I told you the eyes. So come on then, fill us in. Who done it? Well, unfortunately, we don't know that yet. You don't say. We don't know yet, Gina. Mr. Naruhodo and all of us know that you're innocent of this crime. And while we haven't yet managed to work out who the real culprit is, there are a number of interesting facts that we have managed to establish. Oh yeah? Like what? Well, for example, the reason for you being there in the first place. I think I know now why you broke into Windibanks that night. Looks like I'm going to have to take some evidence that clearly reveals the reason and thrust it in Gina's face, or I can present it to her calmly, I suppose. Present. This... She went in there to take it, didn't she? Oh no, she went for the, Did she go in for the box? Here, Gina, look at this. No, Ta. Nope, wrong thing. I wasn't thinking you'd have it. Oh, weren't you? Well, when someone says I can't have stuff, it makes me want it, see? You better hand it over now. Fuck, oh shit. No, I'm not giving it to you. Oh no, she wanted the manuscript. Sorry, yeah. She wanted the manuscript, that's right. We found this semester in Windibank storeroom. She had a chat with Iris about the manuscript. She was breaking in to see if it was there. She wanted to call Sholmes a liar. That's what it was. The manuscript of Iris's latest story. Ah! Oh, right. Well, that's good then. Curiously, the storeroom at Windibanks showed no sign of being ransacked for items of value or the like. With one exception. The box file that housed this manuscript. Caught in 4K, Gina. It was you, wasn't it, Gina? Who broke open the box containing this manuscript last night. Eh? You were determined to find out whether or not the Hound of the Baskervilles was really there. That's the real reason you broke into the storeroom last night, isn't it? Ah! Why don't you tell us what happened? Please. Come on, Gina, we know you fucking... We already have the representation papers and other documents we need. All we need to do is hand them to the court clerk. That is, if you'll allow me to represent you in court tomorrow. I mean, yeah, she did break in, technically, yeah. Nah, don't bother. Ginny. Rip them up and chuck them, would you? Them representation papers or whatever they're called. This still ain't fancy enough to have a bin. So, what we do in court tomorrow? I'll be fine on my own. Oh yeah, I don't think you will be. Look, it don't matter. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. This is one stubborn pickpocket. Alright, yeah. This Baskerville story is the latest Sholmes adventure, right? but it ain't been printed yet. So I figured, it's got to be worth a fair few pieces of silver, right? That's not true. I don't think she wanted to sell it. Oh yes, at least £5,000. What? So you intended to sell Iris's manuscript, did you? No, Ginny, how could you? What? Wait, no, hang on. Of course I wasn't going to sell it. All I wanted to do was find out if the manuscript, or whatever you call it, really was there or not. That's the only reason I was in the place. For Iris' sake. Isn't that right? Ah. We knew why you'd done it from the start, Gina. Of course we did. But I knew you wouldn't do anything mean like that, Ginny. I just knew it. Well, when I saw the manuscript in the storeroom, it reminded me of what you said the night before. Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, a lot of them. You just ain't realised it yet. Yeah, very people shy going on. I'm telling you, that manuscript ain't at Windibanks. You'd soon see it if you had a look. I'm gonna show it for you, huh? If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth, sometimes. I mean that I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere. Somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him. And she broke in and she found it. Oh, Ginny, that was so sweet of you. Alright, alright. I'll tell you why I did it. Just stop looking at me like that, Iris. Yes, we broke through the shell, huh? It weren't because of Iris. That's not why I did it. I just wanted to know the truth, that's all. You want to know if Mr. Sholmes was being honest? If he really deposited the manuscript at Windibanks? It's like I told you the night before. I never had a father. But Iris's lot ain't like mine. She's got a dad, only she can't see him. And I reckon that's gotta be harder. That's why she writes her stories. They're about her dad, really. That's what it sounded like to me, anyway. Last night, when I went listening to what you were saying. Stories about Daddy? Iris still doesn't know. You mean they're not the adventures of a great detective, so much as the adventures of a great detective and his trusty partner? Well, that's how I see it, yeah. You're so thoughtful and so kind, Jenny. Yes, and we never thought any differently, did we? Look, give it a rest, will ya? I hate all this chummy nonsense, do you hear? I hate it. Don't trust no one, right? That's how I work, because if you don't trust no one can let you down. So leave me alone. Go on, Scarpa. Alright, turn if I can count then, huh? I hadn't noticed until now, but it's unmistakable. Right there on both sleeves of that overcoat. Are some very suspicious red stains. Oh, Christ almighty, huh? What? Why are you looking at me like that? I think it might be worth presenting some of our other findings in that area to Gina now. Fucking hell, huh? The blood, maybe? Those stains on the sleeves of your new coat, Gina. They're blood, aren't they? Not that I know whose blood yet. What? But blood, Mr. Naruhodo? You don't appear to have any obvious wounds yourself, though. So could it be blood that spattered from Mr. Windibank when he was shot last night? Let's not beat around the bush here. For the fucking gun, hey? This trusty friend of mine will get results much faster than anything else. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, take it easy, Iris. Don't move, Ginny. I'm going to shoot. Bang. Oh, the coat's going to start glowing. Pausers. Ah, the purple. Oh, it's Stricefire Mason's blood. Oh. Oh. Oh my. What the? Forget the sleeves. The whole coat is covered in blood. Of course, the black colour of the fabric was masking the stain. That's why we haven't seen them until now. And the blood has reacted with the chemical to turn a purple colour, which matches one of the samples you already collected perfectly. Yes. Now let's see. Who had the purple blood? Aha, yes. It was the brickmaker, Mr. Mason, the victim of the murder case 2 months ago. Wait, Was he wearing this coat when he got murdered and Mr. McGilded took it off and fucking stored it? Is that why he's fucking trying to hide it? Hello, Emmy. How's it going? Really trying very hard not to come up with my theories, huh? Slap you down, huh? No theories, huh? What? What are you on about? The victim? What do you mean? Are you working today, Emmy? It's a rather uncomfortable situation, Mr. Naruhodo, but I think this makes things quite clear. It means the omnibus case is finally solved. The truth about who really murdered the brickmaker, Mr. Mason, is revealed. Oi! Someone explain what's going on. Not telling half a story. Uni from 8 AM to 7 PM, huh? Ugh, what the fuck? Are they holding you hostage? Fucking Magnus McGilded fucking killed that man, huh? The truth of the omnibus case, huh? We can see now that the victim's blood is all over Mr. McGilded's overcoat. But in a trial 2 months ago, the defendant said this is in his testimony. Now I ask yous, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand. I got all over his fucking coat, huh? But if you look at his overcoat now, it's clear. These stains couldn't have arisen from McGilded trying to pull the victim to his feet. No. If that was what really happened, the blood wouldn't have splashed all over the front of the coat. The only explanation for this pattern of blood is that it spattered over McGilded's coat when he stabbed the victim in the stomach. That's fucking that guy. Good he burnt. I'm glad. I tried to run from the truth for long enough, but there's no escaping it now. The true culprit in that case, Mr. Mason's killer, Magnus McGilded. Well, that guy. Ah, but fucking he got cooked, huh? So he's alright, huh? Mr. Naruhodo. That horrible case is solved at last. And I helped the man walk free from that trial. I used all the twisted testimony and all that sham evidence to prove his innocence. How could I have let that happen? You missed the Eat the Rich episode. It was episode 3, yeah. The third adventure was all about the omnibus case. It's all up on YouTube, Emmy, if you want to watch any of it. Bruno, did you believe him, though? Did you believe Mr. McGilded was innocent? I believed. Or rather, I think I was trying to believe. I wanted to. Because believing in those you represent in court is a defense lawyer's greatest weapon. A weapon? Damn, huh? Yeah, I mean, it was very obvious towards the end of that adventure that he was just playing us, basically. And he used, like, the goodness and the lawyer's trust to his advantage, basically. He was a that guy. He was a shit. Lawyer's weapon. Before we came to Great Britain, a great friend of mine taught me a valuable lesson. You mean Kazuma-sama? Ah, listen, Rinosuke. We lawyers are only human. We can't know for sure what is the truth and what is a lie. Which is why we must resort to our primary weapon. An unwavering belief in our clients. That's all we really have. Unwavering belief? Only when we truly believe what our clients tell us can we fight with everything we have for their cause. In any battle, there can be no victory without faith. So I believe you, unwaveringly. Hehe. What's funny, Gina? Cool. Sounds like in this Empire of Japan you come from, everyone must be soft. Well, come on. Look at the mess it's got you into. Believing in that bog trotter, huh? Yes, I inadvertently helped a murderer walk free. Oof. Well, he walked free and then he presumably burnt alive. Unless it wasn't him in the fucking omnibus and he, like, got out somehow. What if Magnus McGilded is still alive, huh? Well, at least you've learnt your lesson now, eh? Believing in people is never worth it. Someone always stabs you in the back in the end. As soon as you let down your guard, you've had it. We never saw anybody. So, take leave out of my book. Believe no one. Get hurt by no one. Gina, may I ask you something? What? I'd just like to make absolutely sure. What would you like us to do with these representation papers for tomorrow's trial. Come on, Gina. How many times do I have to say it? Rip them up and chuck them away. Are you really sure that's what you want? I bet that's what he wants and all now. Mr. I'm a believer lawyer over there. Don't forget it was me in that trial 2 months ago. I led everyone up the garden path, didn't I? Yep, I mean... I like Gina, but she's not wrong. She was paid off and she gave bullshit testimony that let him walk free. But... I don't think she's nefarious in any way. And you're telling me you can believe in me after that? Not likely. I love how it's the fucking Kazuma music still playing. It's like Kazuma's theme. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, a lawyer's primary weapon is an unwavering belief in his clients. Ultimately, it comes down to whether or not I feel I can trust Gina after everything that's happened. Of course I trust her. Gina, let me say it again. Please allow me to represent you in tomorrow's trial. Eh? You got baked. Bruh. Not at all. You've not once admitted to committing the crime, have you? Come on, Gina. Have faith, hey? What's more, I believe that you're telling me the truth. Seriously, Mr. Naruhodo? Didn't you hear all what I said before? The fucking translation team must have had a good... There was a whole, whenever this game came out, the collection, because it's the first time these two specific games have ever been localized. There was a whole blog article about the localization process, about like how they interpreted the Japanese and the English sections and all. It's a lot of fun. I'm probably gonna reread it again after I beat this game and the second game, obviously. I'm a born liar. Tips just trip off me tongue, like translating Magnus McGilda, because he's obviously speaking Irish, but like he's speaking with an Irish accent, but he is. It's written in Japanese, obviously, and like Gina is very clearly like from like London, but written in Japanese, obviously there. So when they're translating it, they have to translate the Japanese. But because we are English speakers, we can better understand the accents of the characters from the English-speaking countries. So they have to reinterpret it and make the English translation match the accents. It's really fascinating. It's really cool blog post that I never really thought about. Like, how would Gina's speech read if you were reading the Japanese? Like, would it just read like she's speaking normal Japanese, or is there like an accent to the way she speaks? Like, how do they convey like fucking core blimey and fucking katakana? Is it just fucking core buraimi or something like that? I don't know. Is there fucking katakana for that type? Probably. I'm born liar. Fibs just rub off me tongue. Now I dive, I don't forget. I pulled the wool over your eyes 2 months ago and got you into all sorts of trouble. Why would you ever trust me now? I just don't get it. Maybe just fitting Japanese accents? Maybe, yeah. Maybe one of them's from Osaka or something like that. Like we've had in Yakuza 2. Where they say like Han and stuff like that as like an honorific. Translation is a really cool branch of language, especially when it comes to cultural differences and such. Yeah, like for example, think of an anime. Like, in a lot of anime, whenever they go to English-speaking countries, they still speak Japanese, you know, because it's a Japanese medium. But sometimes they'll go to an English-speaking country, and if they're not going there for a long so if they have like a full arc in an English-speaking country, they will probably, all the characters, like if they go to America, all the Americans will probably speak Japanese. Like Banana Fish, for is Banana Fish set in America? Anyway, say you have these characters and they're from Japan, and they all speak Japanese, obviously, because it's an anime, and they go to America for like a season. All the American characters probably speak Japanese. But if you go to America for like 2 episodes, it's very likely that the American character will speak English. You know what I mean? So it depends on like the importance of the other country. Osaka accents are often used as a 3-head thing. Although wildly underpaid, people forget you can't straight translate and have the same connotations. It's why I don't like anime dubs a lot. Like, for one thing, I think the over-exaggeratedness of anime characters does not work with English language. It sounds really cringy. And also, because you have to interpret the translation, it usually changes the dialogue and makes it sound weird. So, I do understand why you choose not to put your trust in others. But But I assure you, there is more to this life than you yet realize. What you mean? The world we live in is full of people you would do very well to trust. People who won't ever let you down. Eh? It's true that I'm just a student of law, and I'm certainly lacking courtroom experience. But I can promise you this. Whatever happens, and until my very last breath, I am completely on your side. Come on, Gina. Believe, huh? Aw. What do you expect me to say to that? Then it's decided. I will take these papers now and carry out the necessary preparations for tomorrow's trial. It would be a shame to throw them away now after it's been penned with your name so beautifully. Do what you like. You're Eastern Lotter. I don't know what you are. I don't get you. Are we not going to see Sholmes at all before the trial then? Man's just in a fucking coma. Gina's taking herself off to the back of her cell. She'd never admit it, but I hope she's feeling relieved. That turned out alright in the end, I think. Where's Sholmes? Hi. Is he safe? Is he alright? Whoever's hiding in there, show yourself at once. Eavesdropping is the height of cowardice. Mrs. Sato? Somebody is there in the shadows. I can sense it. Somebody who wasn't there before. Who is it? The cringe value of imitating Japanese voice acting style is part of the connotations and difference in culture that is just ignored when dubbing is done. All because if it is not done, seen as saying that over exaggeration is a bad thing. Yeah, it would be like trying to remove it, right? It's just like you don't have characters. You don't have this type of characters you have in anime. You don't have in English speaking mediums. So it's just why so like Americans doing like anime screams and all just sounds so fucking awkward. I hate it. Blimey, you're sharp, eh? Oh, Gregson. Okay. I suppose you're using one of those mystic Japanese arts, like the art of stealth I've heard so much about. Not a ninja, Gregson. Then only being stealthy was you, Inspector. Gregsy. Oh dear me, I'm most terribly sorry, your ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you. How long have you been listening in our conversation? Good grief. Listening in? No. I just got word that there were some visitors who were refusing to leave, even though it was after hours. I assure you, ladyship, I only just arrived this very minute, not a moment earlier. That is all it is. Nothing untoward. Nothing at all. After hours? Is it that late already? Oh then, I'll humbly excuse myself now, your ladyship. Ta-ta, toodaloo, cheerio. All the best, bye-bye and bye. That's a lot of farewells, and not one of them appropriate for her ladyship. Oh, but I wanted to have a chat. I'm terribly sorry, but time is pressing at the minute. Oh, I see. That's a shame. If I don't get this emergency at the Supreme Court dealt with, shoppers, Lord Strongheart will, well... Emergency? Lord Strongheart? Nothing. Forget I said anything. Anyway, I'm off. Alright, Gregsy, if you have to. Let's chat soon. Delighted. Charmed. Can't wait. If you please, my pleasure. That's a lot of pleasantries. And not one of them sounded sincere. Bye, Gregson. Gregsy's so funny. He says such silly things. Certainly entertaining to see an inspector of the police falling to a 10-year-old girl. But anyway, I wonder what this emergency is at the Supreme Court. Oh, Christ's sake, huh? I must attend the court clerk's office now before it closes. Yes, of course. Thank you, Mrs. Sato. I don't want to go back to Japan. Kindly escort Iris home now, Mr. Naruhodo. I shall meet you there later. And so our investigation came to an end. Susato-san went to file the necessary papers for my defense of Gina the following day. Oh, okay. Right, she wasn't going to talk about her return. She's going to get some case stuff sorted. If it wasn't for COVID and limited numbers in lecture halls, I started sitting in with Japanese studies lectures. Oh, that'd be so sick, huh? He's so cute. If you like Gregson, you'll like Dick Gumshoe from the main games. He's good fun. And then it hit me. I can no longer suppress the wretched feeling that had been gnawing away at my insides. Tomorrow, Susato-san will be leaving Britain and making her way back to Japan. No. 2nd of April, 11:13 p.m. Naruhodo's legal consultancy. Fuck. Get the green light from my current bachelor's to combine my final year with the first year of Korea studies. Oh, sick. Do you have a big interest in Korea, Emmy, or is this like a recent thing? Naruhodo-san. It's been a very trying day, hasn't it? I do hope you're not too exhausted. What about you, Susato-san? Today's been even more trying for you, I'm sure. Mr. Shome was shot before our eyes, Gina was arrested, all on the back of the news that her father has fallen ill, and she must return to Japan at once. I hope your father recovers soon. Thank you for your kind words. I wonder why it is that so many thoughts rage in my head like a storm, and yet I seem unable to find the words to express any of them. I know exactly what you mean. Anyway, I have one final task to complete as your judicial assistant. Once that is done, I shall make preparations for my departure tomorrow. One final task? Oh, been some time, but hasn't been as much as in the past year, mostly on unmonitored culture and language contact. South Korea is super interesting. Like, I'd love to go to Seoul at some stage. I think I'd be really, really sick. Just 2 months since we arrived in London, but we managed to establish this office. It is finally feeling as though we were settling in. I would be lying if I said I felt no regret. I'm so sorry, Susato-san. It's just so sudden. I really don't know what to think. I've had no time to gather my thoughts. I know we've only been here a short time, but in my limited experience of the courtroom, I feel I've learned something. And what would that be? It seems to me there are many facets to people's personalities. Facets? And like a jewel, the light plays off them in complex patterns, illuminating their actions and their motives. But we see only a small number of the total facets, and what is illuminated is only a part of the whole story. What lies in the shadows? What do those facets we cannot see look like? Perhaps there are some parts we'll never lay eyes on, for as long as we live. That's so true. Sometimes I feel as though I'm blind to so much, but I keep hoping that one day it will all become clear. That all the facets will be illuminated, and I'll finally understand how everything fits together. Naruhodo-san, I suppose what matters is that we keep our eyes open and keep moving forward, even if the way sometimes seems dark. It's amazing to think it's been just 2 months. You've grown so much. Sorry, I've what? Oh no, it was nothing. Unimportant. Korea Studies and my uni are affiliated with some Korean universities, so for a second year I'll go to Korea. For a semester? Fucking nice. COVID cheated me out of a semester in London, so we got Seoul instead. Here. That's not a bad trade-off. Tomorrow's departure. Do you know what time you will leave London in the morning? Yes, I picked up my ticket earlier. I should be leaving here at 4 a.m? Fucking hell. So she's not even going to be here for the trial then? I see. Well, I'll escort you to the station. Absolutely not. Sorry? I'm sure you realize why I couldn't possibly let you do that. You have a very important day ahead of you tomorrow. Gina's trial. Yes, I know, but every word you utter will have the potential to determine Gina's fate. You must get as much rest as possible, even though, like me, I'm sure you will find it hard to sleep. But please, for me, do try. Damn. All I can think of when I think of going to Korea is XQC raging my budget differences in Overwatch League. Fucking XQC, huh? Me when I went up the Ireland time. What, getting the fucking 4 a.m. thing, or one final task? You mentioned one final task a moment ago. What did you mean? Oh my, I nearly forgot. Please, I want you to have this. Oh, it's her little book of... What is that? Some huge bundle of documents? It's my notes from the case 2 months ago. Oh, from the carriage, the... Fuck, I can't think of the word, huh? The Magnus McGildy case. The murder that was committed on the omnibus. That's the word I could think of. The McGildy case. It seems to me that this case of Mr. Windibank's murder, of which Gina is accused, is very much tied up with that omnibus case, in ways that are not yet completely apparent. I took the liberty of consolidating my writings about the case for you. With everything else she's had to think about, Susato-san still managed to do this, and all neatly laid out for me in her beautiful handwriting. was my pleasure. I can only hope that it will bolster your case tomorrow for Gina. Thank you so much, Sasato-san. I will do my best to use it wisely. You really are the best judicial assistant in the world. Well, that's extremely flattering. But I'm sorry to say that I've been a complete failure. Sorry, I didn't quite catch what you said there. Oh, ignore me. I was just mumbling to myself. The McGilded case notes have been entered into the court record. Notes collated by Miss Sasato about the McGilded case that we worked on 2 months ago. Page. Well, it's getting rather late. I think you should go to bed now, Naruhodo-san. I must finish packing up my things in my room. Sasato-san, I wish you the very best of luck tomorrow. Good night. Wait, there's something I need to say. Hiya! Oh, fucking hell. What was that? A secret technique of mine. The Sasato shutdown. Shutdown? Please, I implore you. If we have to voice our goodbyes, I won't be able to hold back my tears. Damn. Sasato-san. It truly had been a trying day. On our feet for hours, getting Gina to open up to us, and learning the truth about that nemesis of a case. Physically and mentally, I was exhausted, and yet the idea of sleep seemed impossible. But I forced myself to close my eyes, and as a cacophony of scenes of our lives here in London played through my mind, eventually, my fatigue triumphed, and I fell into a deep sleep. Pausers. At the end of April. The Small Hours? St. Sinners Hospital? Oh no. Ward 3? Oh no. Yes, I quite understand. We don't know who this is yet. I'm assuming it's maybe Sholmes. That was a great weight off my mind. Neil El Generico voices. Hi. There he is. Hi. Rest assured, I shall put everything in place, exactly as we have discussed. Oh no. Thank you so much. Who's he fucking talking to? It's been an honor and a pleasure to be acquainted with you, Mr. Sholmes. On the contrary, the pleasure has been mine. I bid you farewell, and Godspeed. Oh, my dear madam. Ah. She went and said goodbye. I was like, is Sholmes fucking dodgy or something? No, he's just saying goodbye to her. Or she's saying goodbye to him. This one. Pain. Is it time for the courtroom? When I woke the following morning, Sasato-san was already gone. Outside the window, the rain came down in sheets. And so began an even longer day than the last. One that I would remember for the rest of my days. Oh, yep, well, we're at the Old Bailey. 17th of April, 9:32 AM. The Old Bailey. Defendant's antechamber. Gina. Good morning, Gina. Alright, time. Hopefully Iris is here too. I'm determined to prove your innocence today. I'm sure we can do it. It's gonna be sad though when we get to the end of a cross-examination and Sasato isn't there with like a little comment to bolster our hope. So where's your friend then? Sorry? You know, her in the fancy dress. Sasato, or however you say it. I don't know. Mrs. Sasato had to leave early this morning. She was already gone by the time I woke up. You alright with that, are you? Forget about me if you like. Go and see her off. It's fine. It's not as though Mrs. Sasato and I won't meet again. One day. Damn. Even so. But you, Gina, you only get one chance. This trial today is all we have. Good morning, you two. Sholmes? Iris. And, fucking the cat. How you feeling, Jenny? Did you manage to sleep? Wagga hi, yeah. Meow. Iris, what are you doing there? What do you mean? When a friend is in need, we show our support. Isn't that right, Waggy? Help me! Yum. Ah, Waggy! Great way to show your support, kitty. Let him have a nose around. What harm can he do? Ooh, that reminds me. I bought a paper on the way here. Now, would you like the good news or the bad news? What do you say, Runo? Ginny? Oh, well, I'd rather get the bad news out of the way first. Nah, always take the good news first. You might not live to hear the bad. Oh, Christ. Morbid. Yes, that question always gives away people's personalities. That's not cool there. Fucking divination and shit time. Alright, then I'll give you the bad news first. A record amount of rain has fallen this morning, and carriages all over the capital are struggling to move. Huh? The bad news was a weather report? So I hope that Susie made her train to Dover, and that the train isn't delayed on its way to the port. Gosh, yes. Alright then, so what's the good news? Well, the rain is forecast to subside this afternoon. So even if the train is delayed, it should be able to make up the time later. Well, that is good news, isn't it? I couldn't give a monkey's, really. If only all good news cancelled out the bad. And look, his trial has made the headlines too. Pawnbroker perishes in pick purse plunder. See? Fuck, we're famous. How do you like that? Well, let them say what they want. See if I care. I can't, because you're covering your face. Give me the newspaper. Don't worry, Runo will soon show everyone this headline is nonsense. I will. And then, in tomorrow's papers, the headlines will be... Discharged driver is dauntless do-gooder. Isn't that right, Runo? Oh, yes. Let's hope so. Of course they will. I have absolute faith in you. How was that? I was trying to sound like Susie. Did it work? Did it? It's like she was still here. Yeah, we got the paper, okay. Let's get we scope over time. Good luck then, Runo. I'll do what I can. Right. First we get we scope with that paper error sign. Is it there, huh? Pudding, huh? Pawnbroker perishes in pick-purse plunder. How awful. Virginia, I mean. But tomorrow's headline will be Discharged diver, not driver, fuck. It's dauntless do-gooder, right? Yes, something like that. If possible, I'd like to go even bigger. Bigger? How? Proud pickpocket protects post-trial, perhaps. Protects planet? Ooh, I can't wait for tomorrow now. It's gonna be so great. She just becomes fucking Captain Planet time. Omnibus murder. Case summary. Victim found deceased on the last scheduled omnibus of the day after a stab wound to the abdomen. Details of victim. Name Mason Mulverton. Male. Occupation brickmaker. Domicile East End of London. Trial summary. Defendant Magnus McGilded. Prick. Prosecution attorney Lord Baron von Zeeks. Defense attorney Rinosuke Naruhodo. Conviction was assured with 3 eyewitness testimonies. However, a surprise 4th witness's testimony resulted in acquittal due to insufficient evidence. I think the 4th one was Ginny. Gina, sorry. Gina's testimony is what London. Gina's testimony is what got him free, basically. Obviously, I don't know the law like Susie does, but still. Is she gonna come in with us? Like, I'll be by your side the whole time, giving you moral support and encouragement. Oh, fuck's sake. Iris is gonna be beside us, eh? I'm not sure that big thing is as comforting as you think it is, to be honest. But, thank you, Iris. That's very kind of you. Oh yeah, Iris. Yes, Ginny? Well, I was wondering, is all, about Sholmes. Did they fix him up alright? Yes. The operation was a great success. But, Hurley still hasn't come around yet. Eh? Oh fuck. I've asked a friend of mine at Scotland Yard to send a telegram as soon as he wakes up. Sure, Gregson will let us know the moment there's news. During the trial, huh? Oh, right. No Susato-san, no Mr. Sholmes. It's all down to me today, to prove that Gina is innocent of this crime. Fuck. Miss Gina Lestrade, counsel for the defense. The trial is about to begin. Please make your way into the courtroom. It's time then. Yes, let's go, Gina. Iris. Lead the way, Runo. Alright, where's Big Van Zeke's, huh? Poor Gina. She's trying to put on a brave face, but I can tell she's worried and scared. I have to believe in her from start to finish. That's the weapon that will secure our victory here. No worries, Emmy. Ah. If I learned anything from my great friend, it's that. '17th of April, 10 AM. The Old Bailey courtroom. Yep, there's Van Zeke's. Oh, I recognize some of the jury as well. The jury. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. This trial shall determine the guilt or innocence of Miss Gina Lestrade. I shall now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. The prosecution is ready. The defense is ready. Lord Van Zeeks. My lord. Remind me, how many years ago was it that you withdrew from the public prosecution service? Not really relevant, is it? It was some 5 years ago, my lord. Yes, and 2 months ago you resurfaced somewhat unexpectedly, and here you are again today. Are there some circumstances of which the court should be aware that have led to this erratic behavior? He likes facing me. In what one might describe as your former life 5 years past, you dealt exclusively in matters concerned with the highest echelons of society and government. Really? Yet today, you choose to try a civil case of burglary and murder. I confess I find it more than a little befuddling, counsel. Well, Van Zeek, just say you like fucking squaring off against me. There are 2 types of person I cannot abide. Firstly, those wealthy scoundrels who hide behind a mask of philanthropy to cheat the public at large. He means Mr. McGilded, who you defended against the Reaper 2 months ago. Yes, I just about managed to work that out. Thank you. Fucking, she's so short. Magnus McGilded. If I'd known what a monster he was, I never would have defended him. Oh yeah, we could have just not defended him, we would have just died. And secondly, even more loathsome, those wily scoundrels who masquerade as allies, only to effect total betrayal in the final hour. In other words, the confidence tricksters from those tiny islands in the Far East. The Nipponese. Fuck! He just doesn't like a Japanese! What? Did he really just say that? He means you know, Runo. Yes, yes, Iris, I get that. Actually managed to work that one out too. Thank you, Iris. Total betrayal? What are you talking about? Bagger hates this man. Yep. A torrid look of hatred in Lord Van Zeek's eyes. Was that directed solely at me? Or was he talking about all Japanese people? Alarming this scathing explanation, Lord Van Zeeks. So the judiciary welcomes the return of the so-called Reaper of the Bailey, feared by all London's malefactors. Your lordship is too kind. Now, jurors, the 6 of you have been selected at random to represent the will of the people in this trial. Who we got, Ty? Oh, there's some familiar faces here, huh? Right. So we've got Mr. Gardeb. This girl who we've seen before. This guy's new. This is the old man from last time, who's now a doctor apparently. We had her before, but she was not wearing that headgear. And hey, this is the fucking... Isn't this the fucking guy from the Russian guy who ran away? The fucking... In the newspaper? At the very, like, on the boat? This is the guy they were looking for. Thought I recognized him. Fucking Igor Karkaroff from Goblet of Fire, huh? Former lieutenant in the British Army here, don't you know? Chaps like me were born ready. Clean crockery, clean cutlery, and a clean conscience. His lordship's motto is very appropriate here, I think. God. Everything will be stereoscopic in the future. Absolutely, absolutely everything, and I'm ready for it. I don't understand it. I can't have left it in there. It's not possible. What could I have? Woman indispensable in society. Stop. Female-centric future awaits. Stop. Oh, she got the little thing. Good day. I am visiting London for sightseeing. I would like to take bus to Crystal Tower, please. No! No! Is something wrong, Bruno? The old man? Yeah, he's a doctor for some reason now. Oh, not exactly. It's just... Yeah, like, I recognize fucking half these... I'm pretty sure I recognize these shirts, yeah. Almost all of them, in fact. Yeah, exactly. Really? Funny coincidences like that do happen from time to time, don't they? But it is quite strange. The jurors are chosen at random from London's 6 million inhabitants, you know. Are they though? So I've been led to believe. But something tells me I'm being duped. Very well. Now, Lord Van Zieks. The court calls upon the prosecution to introduce the facts of the case. As you wish, my lord. Allow me to begin with a word of warning to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury. In short, there's never been a more self-evident case of cold-blooded murder. The victim, Mr. Pop Windibank, proprietor of a pawn shop on Baker Street, was shot from behind and died instantly. Shh. Nah. Just random. The prosecution presents this photographic print of the crime scene. Oof. As the court will observe, there is a single bullet wound just below the gentleman's left shoulder. The evidence suggests that the bullet pierced the man's heart, resulting in near-instant death. Give me the photograph. Moving on to the findings of Scotland Yard's coroner. His report states that the bullet entered the body on a rising diagonal trajectory. And what's that supposed to tell us? That the person's shorter, right? It means the victim was likely shot by someone significantly shorter in height than himself. Someone like the accused, you might say. Oh. The prosecution wishes to present the autopsy report and crime scene photograph as evidence, my lord. Indeed. The court accepts. Hand them to the bailiff, please. Report prepared by Scotland Yard coroner that confirms instant death due to a single bullet wound from the back. Fucking, imagine Windibank being like, trying to shoot himself, huh? There are no other signs of trauma. And the crime scene photograph, a photograph of the victim found murdered in the storeroom. It shows a single bullet wound in the man's back. I now ask the court to turn its attention to this plan of the establishment where the incident occurred. Oh, we've seen this before. The proprietor was found in the storeroom where he kept articles pawned to him. A windowless room with a single point of entry, a door to the main shop that was found locked. In this sealed chamber, there were only 2 persons present. The victim, Mr. Windibank, and the accused. Come on, Gina, it's alright. Got you. Man's already busted some fucking Nardo hand signs, eh? It may further interest the court to know that when the accused was discovered at the scene, she had in her hand the gun used to fire the fatal bullet. Alright, Gina, have faith. Well, that's that then, isn't it? Nothing more to say. Isn't that grubby little girl a pickpocket anyway? She's one of those filthy drabs that lives in the slums in the East End. Oh well, it was only a matter of time before she got blood in her hands then. What are the jurors waiting for? That girl's guilty as hell. We can't jump to conclusions here. We mustn't assume her guilt because of what she has to do to survive. One of the... My learned Nipponese friend. It is you who mustn't jump to conclusions. Not looking good, Regina, nah. Apparently one of the people in the fucking audience chamber is Brian's ma from The Life of Brian. Hi, Brian! The prosecution has barely begun presenting its case. Conveniently, this appalling act of murder did not go unobserved. There were witnesses. Good gracious. After their testimony, this girl's true nature will be exposed. Pitiful pickpurse, or cold-hearted killer. I love the Van Zieks music, though. Here's to establishing the truth. The court will take the floor plan and firearm into evidence. Hand them to the bailiff, please, Lord Van Zieks. At once, my lord. Crime scene floor plan. A plan of Windibank's pawnbroker at the scene of the crime. It shows the relative positions of the main shop and the rear storeroom. And Windibank's gun. A gun belonged to the victim, Mr. Windibank, that Gina was holding when she was found unconscious. There are signs of a single discharge. This isn't good. I feel like the mood in here has turned very gloomy all of a sudden, Bruno. I think that's because it has. Oh, the cape's coming off immediately. Let us begin. bring forth the witness to the foul murder of Mr. Pop Windibank on the 16th of April this year. Hey. Ah, it's these fucking schmucks, the boys who ran. Oh, and Gregson. Witnesses, state your names and occupations for the court. I'm going to look at the court record first. Not up to report. Coroner Dr. Stevens. Pop Windibank. Details of the victim: Pop Windibank, male, occupation pawnbroker on Baker Street. Time of death: 16th of April, between 1 and 1:30 a.m. Reporting party: Reno Ske Naruhodo. Post-mortem findings: single bullet wound in the upper half of victim's back. No other visible signs of trauma. Autopsy findings: instant death from Buster. Bullet wound to the heart. The bullet entered the body from the back on a gently rising diagonal trajectory. Yep. Looks like he got fucking mini Rasengan into his back. Okay. This is the chamber. This is Mr. Windibank's gun. The cylinder is completely empty. Trying to find out what the joke with Windibank's name is? They're not always jokes. And the Pop could be adored with the gun or something, you know. Mr. Windibank always used to keep his gun to hand on the shop counter. Yes, but only ever with a single bullet loaded, I understand. That's right, to keep all the pawned articles that were in his care safe. But his one bullet was fired that night and the poor man lost his life. Was he protecting his shop, I wonder? Trying to keep the articles safe? Did they check that the bullet actually was from this gun? I mean... Oh, no. Doesn't seem to be anything else interesting about the gun. Okay. Fucking... Trying to think of voices for them, huh? Name's Nash Skulkin. I'm not gonna remember these voices, huh? Occupation is a baddie. Professional baddie. Name's Ringo Skulkin. Occupation's same as him. Tobias Gregson, Scotland Yard Inspector. That's right. We're what they call the Three Skulking Brothers. The three? Man's holding a pair. What you look at me like that for? Don't lump me in with you lot. Go ahead, blimey, that's cold. Don't you know what we're going through? It's our older bruv. Lost contact with him we have. But we're scouring every shady corner of the capital. And then last night we come across you, the very spit of the bloke. Ain't that right, Ringo? He is, Nash. He is. The very spit of him. So we decided there and then what we was gonna do. We was gonna call ya Big Bruv Sulky. Come on, leave it out, you two. Sulky Skulkin. That's before he's run out of chips. Oh, Inspector Sulky Gregson. Stop it. Leave him alone. Nah, pairs are top, huh? Beg your pardon, my lord, but the name is Tobias. What I would like to know, Inspector, is what you are doing in the witness stand. The Skulking brothers are currently under arrest, my lord, on suspicion of theft. Yeah, exactly. Thieves are they? These three? No, my lord. Begging your pardon, but please don't lump me in with this lot. 2 nights ago, these two brothers illegally entered an establishment with intent to burgle. And in the course of their nefarious activities, they became embroiled in a far more sinister crime. By Jove, you mean to say, what an extraordinary coincidence. Indeed, my lord. While attempting to burglarize the pawnbrokery, they witnessed his proprietor's murder. The wee box he's standing on. Order, order! The various trespasses of these brothers are not the subject of today's proceedings, though they will naturally face trial in the very near future. With your lordship permission, I'd like to remain in the stand to keep these gents on the straight and narrow. Of course, Inspector. Skeptical as I am about the caliber of these witnesses, I will permit them to take the stand. Mr. and Mr. Skulkin, now, you now testify before the court. Describe the events of the night in question, and what exactly you saw. Happy do. For the Skulkin, never Skulkin. I've instantly forgot their Get out of it. The voices are already gone, huh? Per Gregson's fucking face getting covered up, huh? Illegal entry, huh? We was walking down Baker Street in the small hours, and the Gap store was ajar, see? It was like some kind of sign, begging for us to go in, was. But once we got inside, God blimey lummy, we had a gunshot from the back room. We went to see what was what, but the door was locked from the inside. We never done nothing, Governor. We never took nothing. We just left after that, nice and quiet. A terrible coincidence, it would seem. At the precise moment these miscreants entered the property, fuck, can't talk. Even more sinister crime was afoot. Stole some fruit time from the pawnbrokers, eh? The witness's testimony is consistent with the crime scene in every detail. The door providing access to the storeroom from the main shop was indeed locked from the inside. And within, only the victim... Thought an alarm go off there. That was weird. Only the victim and the accused were found. I must say, it does appear to be an overwhelmingly simple case. Still, the defense may cross-examine the witnesses now, of course. Counsel, if you please. Counsel? Yes. What's the matter, Reno? Sorry, I was just stunned in silence for a minute by the blatant lies being told by that pair in the stand. Lies! I know it's all nonsense because I saw it with my own eyes. I just have to expose their testimony for the pack of lies it is. Bullshit. Van Dijk's a tough opponent. He's fun though. I think he's good crack. I enjoy him. We've walked in the small areas and the gas door was ajar. See. Right. Let's press that. So they're saying that Gino's already in. The front door of Windibanks was ajar, you say? What time of night was this? Must have been about 1. Right, Ringo? Fuck size his mouth, huh? Yeah, I'd say so. Right, Sulky? How do I know? The place would have been shut at 1 in the morning, just like every other shop in town. Well, it was pitch black inside, it's true. Ain't that right, Ringo? I'm not so sure, Nash. They seem to remember a little light burning inside. What about you, Sulky? The old mucker? Fucking Gregson's getting lumped on now. Leave me alone. There definitely was a small lamp burning inside. That's what alerted the situation in the first place. And when these gentlemen ventured into the open establishment, the accused Miss Gina Lestrade already had the muzzle of her gun trained on the unfortunate victim. Stop talking for them. Mario and Luigi? Yeah, I bet. That's pure conjecture. Perhaps. But it changes nothing. These brothers inadvertently wandered into the middle of a cold-blooded murder, simply because they found the door of the victim's establishment open and ventured inside. Right, that's what happened. It was like some kind of sign begging for us to go in, it was. Just fucking balls, huh? But once we got inside, Core Blimey Lummy, we heard a gunshot from the back room. Did you go check it? A gunshot, you say? Just the one? Are you sure about that? Yep, just the one, Governor. I can swear to that. It was Nash. It was. Ain't that right, bruv? The firearm used belonged to the victim himself. Yes, but the Windibank always used to leave his gun lying around on the counter. Right, I remember. When we examined it, we found the revolver was completely out of rounds. That makes sense. Mr. Windibank always used to say he only ever kept a single bullet loaded. That's true. I remember him saying that as well. We can say with considerable certainty that only a single round was discharged from the firearm used as the murder weapon. Yes, my lord, we can. And I should remind the council, the court, that the firearm in question was discovered in the hand of the accused. Wonderful. Is there another gun in play somewhere? Mario, Luigi, and their stepbrother Antonio, who did not follow his father's footsteps and not become a plumber. He became a fucking Scotland Yard detective instead. Or inspector, I guess it would be. Let's see what was what, but the door was locked on the inside. Do you mean the door between the main shop and the storeroom? If my learned friend is having difficulty grasping the situation, perhaps a drawing would help. Alright, Fancy, none of that. Excluding the shop's entrance from the street, there's only one other door, that of the storeroom. Of course, there was only a little oil lamp burning, not much to see by. And the door was hidden by a kind of curtain and all that. That's right. Yeah, the little, like, the little brush curtain. When we arrived, the door was mostly obscured by the curtain. Tell me, why exactly did you try to open that door? Hey? Oh, hey! A normal petty thief would run at the sound of a gunshot, I should think. Oh, well, your turn to rabbit, Ringo? Well, Nash, yeah. I suppose you have to say we ain't normal, eh? Broadly speaking, humans respond in one of two ways on hearing a gunshot or scream. The timid flee, gripped by fear, while the courageous investigate to see if they might help. These gentlemen are of the latter inclination. I don't know about that. My learned Nipponese friend, it would seem, is of the former. Alright. Somehow I just proved that I was a coward that night. Thank you, counsels. So, I believe we understand that the door was locked and could not be opened. Sure, Jan. Proceed, witnesses. We never done nothing, Governor. We never took nothing. We just left after us fucking balls. You didn't do or take anything? Is that your story? Well, it was Bedlam, son as, wasn't it? It was, Nash, it was. Didn't even have time to pull me jukes out me Lucy lockets. So no time to take your hands out of your pockets. You just left, nice and quietly, you say. That's right, Governor. Nothing we take more than violence. Peace-loving nibblers we are, not bludgers. We are, Dash, we are. Never even pulled me dukes out me Lucy lockets. So you clearly like us to believe. Hey, come again? As you fled from the pawnbrokers that night. Did you not run into anyone else? My boy fucking Sholmes, hey. Lying in hospital. If Sholmes enters this fucking courtroom, it's going to devolve into chaos, hey. I can't wait. And did you not fire a gun at that person? Saints alive, they fired a gun, you say? See, there was a second gun in motion. The gun that fired at fucking Sholmes. Ah! Bribe me, Governor. You ain't telling us it was you in the doorway? It was. Bet Sholmes was amnesia. No. He was talking to Susato though, that's the only thing. Why the bleeding Nora? Did you mention that before? You were armed with a gun, and as you fled the scene, you fired that gun at London's greatest detective, Herlock Sholmes. They shot the great Mr. Sholmes. I did hear that, actually. There was a rumor he'd been rushed to hospital. My great Sholmes? That's beyond the pale. Sholmes is great, man. On the night in question, this pair were arrested by the police within minutes of the discovery of the crime scene. Their suspicious countenance rapidly gave them away. And when searched, a firearm was indeed found in their possession. Oh. Furthermore, the barrel shows signs of a shot having been fired from it. The prosecution invites his lordship to examine the firearm recovered from these brothers. Yes, indeed. Remnants of powder around the muzzle, you say, counsel. As you say, counsel. Interesting. That makes me nervous. The court will hold this weapon as evidence. The Skulkin brothers' gun. A firearm found in the possession of the Skulkin brothers upon their arrest. There are signs that a single round was fired. He's a big lovable doofus. He's great. Yeah, he's really, really good. Now, my learned Nipponese friend. Yep, yes? Here's to you successfully presenting the evidence. For yes, there are the telltale signs of spent powder on this gun, and a single bullet missing from the cylinder. But the prosecution demands evidence that it was fired at the scene of the crime under scrutiny in this trial. Fuck off. Well, I don't need evidence. Because I was there. Objection. Oh no. However, the rest of us in this courtroom were not. If the defense fails to provide evidence in support of his rash claim, we shall have no choice but to toast your incompetence and move on. Have we ever actually seen Van Zieks drink his wine? Yeah, he drinks it a lot of the time, yeah. Yeah, he takes sips from it. Evidence that these two fired that gun before they left Windibanks that night. It's probably the blood on the calendar, right? The court demands that all claims are affirmed with clear proof. What evidence shows that these witnesses unloaded a firearm in the pawnbroker's shop that night? It would be the blood. Specifically, this one.
Take that!
The evidence is in this portfolio. What on earth have you there, Counsel? During the course of our investigations, we discovered a number of bloodstains. Not trusting the police to do the job they're trained to do. How arrogantly Nipponese of you. He holds it, he smashes it, he throws the bottle, but he also drinks it as well. Yeah, he likes smashing it, yeah. But, well, anyway. We analysed all the blood samples we found and recorded the results in this portfolio. And you claim to have the evidence the court is demanding therein? Yes, my lord. No more dallying then, counsel. Present the pertinent evidence at once. What do you have in your portfolio that proves these witnesses unloaded a firearm at the scene? This one, yeah, the fucking calendar.
Take that!
What is that? Explain. It's a photographic print taken at Windibank's pawnbrokery on the day of the incident. From the scene of the crime, is it? It's that. A bullet hole? And if my eyes don't deceive me, it appears the bullet is still lodged there. Fucking got him, huh? Yes, as your lordship noticed, the bullet pierced Mr. Windibank's calendar. The date shown being the 16th of April, the very day of the pawnbroker's death. The incident occurred at 1 hour after midnight. This indicates that a separate shot had been fired sometime after the calendar had been set to the 16th. That's right. And while it isn't irrefutable, the defense believes this incredible evidence that the witnesses did fire a round from their gun in the pawnbrokers that night. Nah. The fuck. They're gonna turn into fucking Waluigi and Wario by the end of this fucking case, right? Order. How did the prosecution stand, Lord Van Zieks? Oh, there you go. See? He's gonna fuck it at the lights. If that is the direction my learned friend wishes to take, the prosecution has no objection. What? There you go. But you'll forgive me for flinging my hallowed chalice aside in disgust at the repugnancy it exposes. Yes, on the night in question, these brothers entered the pawnbrokery illegally. And like the bold baddies they claim to be, opened fire on the new arrivals before fleeing back onto the street. Hey, take it easy then, Governor. You're going to land us in the soup. We had a deal. You weren't going to get into them details. Tell him, Sulky. Set the bloke straight. I have nothing to add. Gregson's like, fucking get done, hey. So he knew, did he? Van Zieks knew their testimony would almost certainly expose the extent of their crimes. It would seem now that I owe my learned Nipponese friend a word of gratitude. What do you mean? What I mean is that you have helpfully confirmed an important fact. To what fact do you refer, Lord Van Zieks? As has been established, at the point of their arrest, a single shot had been fired from the brother's gun. However, if that shot found its target in Mr. Sholmes, then it couldn't have been the one that shot the victim then. Then clearly these witnesses cannot be accused of the fatal shooting of the proprietor and victim. Ah! He gave me my own rope to hang myself, basically. In other words, these two men have no material connection to the murder of Mr. Windibank at all. So that's it. That's it. We didn't have nothing to do with it. We didn't, Nash. We didn't. That's what I reckon. Gregson's just like, fuck it, time. Your crimes include unlawful entry, intent to steal, perjury, and let us not forget, attempted murder. White catalog, eh, fellas? Ah. We're in for it now, bruv. Now then, let us take a moment to consider the aforementioned great detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. It would seem the man promised patronize the pawnbrokers in question somewhat regularly. Where's he going with this? Mr. Sholmes appears to take pleasure in tinkering with eccentric machinery. Eccentric? Says who? Not me. Don't give me that look. He installed a pair of machines like this one in the victim's shop. Oh, the security cameras, yeah. Oh, that's one of Hurley's red-handed recorders. What is that, counsel? It has the appearance of a photographic contraption. As your lordship has surmised, it is indeed a camera attached to a small timing device. Every half an hour, it automatically photographs the interior of the establishment. Sorry. The idea being that if a thief were to break into the shop, he would be caught red-handed. The prosecution has obtained the photographs taken by the device on the night in question. Fucking hell, there's many of them. Jesus! Nine. 9:30. As the court will observe, copious identical prints are produced in a quite desultory fashion. Oh, come on. Oh. Rather prodigal, I feel. In fact, there are 2 such devices in the victim's shop, my lord. If I may refer to the court to the plan of the premises, their respective positions are here and here. Oh, one at the door, it makes sense. I kind of assumed. I assumed it would be on the other side, though. You said these cameras produce a print every half hour. I'm afraid I failed to see how that would help if the anticipated thief conducted his activities in one of the many 30-minute intervals. One can only pray the would-be criminal lingers, my lord. On the night in question, the witnesses currently in the stand were not caught on camera. That's a bit of friar tuck, eh, bruv? Lady Lux, lot of a skulkin. Witnesses, at what time did your trespassing begin? Eh? Must have been just after 1. Right, bruv? Must have been, Nash, must have been. Yeah, just gone 1. In which case, minutes before these brothers entered the establishment. What scene might we expect to see within the shop? Let us examine the evidence. Oh, there's fucking... You can see Winterbank on it. Winterbank. Oh, Gina, what are you doing? Good lord. It's the defendant. It's Sheila Lestrade. As the court can clearly see. Gina, no, what are you doing? Wait. The hammer's down, right? The hammer's back. That's the way it should be, right? You meant to pull the hammer back and then click it and it goes poof, round. The accused is pictured gun in hand, facing the victim over the shop counter. No doubt coercing the proprietor to open the door to his storeroom. Quite, one can only too easily imagine the events that unfolded. The court will take this photographic print as evidence, if you please, counsel. Photograph of Gina. A photograph taken automatically by the red-handed recorder showing the scene a short time before the murder took place. Bag packed, lunch made, bed achieved time. Nice. Ultimate comfort time. I don't believe it. Ginny. In short, the accused is the only person who could possibly have killed Mr. Winterbank. Ah! It's not looking good, Gina. Yeah, it's not looking good. I say, my lord. Oh. Oh. That's a guard. Wonder if I may put in a word at this point. Go ahead, Mr. Foreman. Took a bully bullet to the knee in the Battle of Maywand, 1880, didn't you know? Decorated for it and all that, but forced to retire from service, sadly. Yes, we know. Of course, a medal can never outshine the exploits of chaps like us on the battlefield. Yes, Mr. Foreman, and what exactly is your point? Carried on the battle after retirement, you see. The battle of daily life, if you like. And here I am now, leading this small squadron. 6 men, all good and true. All will go down together, you mark my words. One for all, and all for one. Oh, they're going to start casting their votes. The ladies and gentlemen of the jury have reached an agreement, have they? Is that what we are to understand? Well, Mr. Foreman, is that correct? Come on, Mr. Gardeb, don't do it. Come on, John. Beg John, hi. In a manner of speaking, yes. That is the Gardeb squadron's position, sir. What? No, it's too soon to make a judgment here. Status report for the court, men. On the double. His lordship insists on promptitude at all times, and that goes for making decisions too. I think you'll find the truth as clear as day now. I can reach out and touch it.
I wouldn't have left it in there. I just wouldn't. In all honesty, I can't actually remember.
What the fuck's he talking about, Ty? Situation clear. Stop. No room for doubt. Stop. Truth now undeniable. Stop. I'm very sorry for brothers. They are unlucky. Very well. I now call upon each member of the jury to state his or her leaning in this matter. Announce your considerate vote verdicts to the court.
Guilty.
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 We're gonna have to do the jury thing where we like put them against each other, which I quite enjoy. The can't remember what the word is. It does appear that the jury is unanimous in its dealing already. That photograph. It must be the definitive evidence that Gregson mentioned. But Jenny didn't shoot him. No, of course not. My lord, the defense wishes to assert its right to a submission examination. That's the word. Very well. The court grants permission. That cop's getting fucked against the wall. Or against the lights. So he refused to meet the feet again. How? Unsurprising. We shall proceed immediately with the summation examination. Mr. Foreman, are all members of the jury ready? Absolutely, sir. Always ready for action, my chaps. Very good. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will each explain on what grounds you have determined the defendant to be guilty. Judicial findings. The jurors' contentions. Tomorrow. Because it is time for the stream to end. We'll get into it right on time tomorrow. No getting lost investigating. We'll be right into the trial again. That's alright. You just come back tomorrow. You'll have more. It's okay. Don't worry about it. We will continue tomorrow. Let me see. Where's Twitch? Here we go. So we will continue this tomorrow. We will get right back into the trial. So that's our plan for tomorrow. We're going through this Mondays and Tuesdays until we beat it. So yeah, we're another week, of course. So we have Ace Turn again tomorrow. Come by if you want to continue the trial. And Wednesday and Thursday we'll be playing Dark Souls 2. Continuing the Crown of the Ivory King DLC. Which is like the snowy, icy themed one. And then on Friday and Saturday we'll be getting properly into Ghost of Tsushima, which I'm very excited for. Also, Deathloop got very, very, very good reviews, so we will be getting Deathloop in probably after Dark Souls 2 on Wednesdays and Thursdays, which I'm very excited for. And yeah, so I'm glad that it's done well because I've been really looking forward to it. I'm glad that it's actually good, supposedly. So I look forward to that. If that's a game that interests you or piques your curiosity. So thanks very much. I'll see you later. See you tomorrow.